Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on the Black Plague Possesses D difficulty, played through the Heretic plus Hexen re-release on the Kex Engine. We are doing all levels of Day 1 start, and this is E4M5, Great Stair. And for once, I don't have to explain what the definition of Great Stair is. It's a stair that is great, or big, or grand. So let's begin by going around here, grabbing all the ammunition, and opening this up to grab more ammunition as well as the ethereal crossbow. And let's use that crossbow on these gargoyles. This is why we grabbed all the extra ammunition. Make our life a bit easier. Now, once you go in here and grab the ammunition, this area will open up, but also, were-dragons are here. Yes, at last, we get to deal with were-dragons. And some of them may be generous enough to drop ammo for you, so when they do, make sure to pick that up when you get the opportunity to do so. But be careful, because when you go out like that, there'll be 2 extra ones just waiting to roast you, but it's all worth it, because not only do we still have an extra crystal vial, we can get rid of this last were-dragon like so. And now, at last, we are good to go. To get some extra pickups, like the quartz flasks, as well as head out here, wake up some more jerks, and we can grab this as well. If you have 8 shots, that's very ideal, because you will be fully prepared, and you will have optimized your arrow usage. But if you have less, that's even better, since you have spares. Anyways, now you can try to snipe all these guys, or at least enough of them to the point where the most intimidating ones, the ones nearby, will be less of a pain to deal with. I like to at least clear out some of these guys before I go and press this button, so I don't get too shot up. And you want to press that button so you can go out into this area and wake up all these guys. And I'm going to switch to the Elven Wand to fight the fire gargoyles. And yeah, let's use one of those sippy juice pickups as well. Anyways, there are more were-dragons where that came from, so let's press this button and it'll raise the stairway here. This is not the Great Stair. Trust me. I once thought that before. How wrong I was. Besides, there's 2 stairways, and they don't look that great. But there's a lot of great, as in great things on them, as in big things. Yeah, were-dragons. Once you get rid of the ones that are coming down the stairway, you could probably focus fire on these ones. And at this point, you should have enough ammo with your Elven Wand to get rid of them. But if you want to get up close, you can feel free to do so, because you may get some pretty decent results, provided you can aim your crossbow properly. But as you can see, there's still quite a bit of ammo we need. So in order to get that, we're going to hug this corner and get the bag of holding. And we're not going to fight those were-dragons yet, because we're going to go down here by interacting with the banner to fight this specific were-dragon. He's guarding a fire mace, which is probably more important to have than anything else, to be honest. Because we'll probably need it. For now, though. You could try to fight these guys with the Elven Wand or the crossbow. I'm gonna finish at least one of them off with the wand. Maybe 2. you can hit, scan, harry them at the very least, so that technique is always useful. And you can even use the pillars as well to make your life easier. And like I said, you should have lots of ammo for the oven one, as opposed to the crossbow, which doesn't have a lot of ammo in this section. But with them out of the way, you could go down here to fight more were-dragons, because of course there's more were-dragons where that came from, but you can also go into here to fight some Ophidians. Well, at least one. Been a good minute since we saw some of those guys, hasn't it? Yeah, well. Let's finally take a trip down through here. Don't worry too much about these were-dragons though, as long as you're down here at this point. Their projectiles should not damage you too much, but the projectiles from everything else, however, will very easily, very eagerly will they try to hurt you. But you can get some infights going on potentially with all these Ophidian projectiles. And you do want to go down in here to get the Gauntlets of the Necromancer as well as the Ring of Invincibility. And I think once we teleport up here, we get the yellow key. And when we get that, we can leg it, like immediately. You want to get out of there pronto, because there are iron liches there as well. Anyways, when you open this up, and when you open this up, there's another were-dragon. Wow, what a surprise. Well, it's nice to come up here so we can get all this extra stuff. And likewise, we have an opportunity to fight this boy. Get him out of the way before anything else happens. And while we're hanging around here, we can get an energy orb. And I'm gonna fight these guys. And it doesn't matter to me if I fall down like that. Because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to use the Ring of Invincibility right now. So I can go down this hallway, kill all these guys, grab that Tome of Power, which we'll also use right now, and start mowing down some nerds. Like you. And you. We don't have to switch to the fire mouse, or switch to the wand. Unless you run out like that. If you want to be really stingy with the ammo. It might be to your benefit, potentially. But you can still use your trusty crossbow, because you should have enough ammo at that point to help deal with situations like that. You want to press this button, which will allow you to deal with anything, provided there's still any enemies left. And hey, look at that. That fella's still infighting. And we have an opportunity to grab the Wings of Wrath. And this place we will visit later. No, this is not related to the button. I believe that button's for in certain co-op situations, maybe? I'm probably wrong, though. But either way, it's good to progress like so. Oh, wait, I know what it does now. It's because of this. Okay, so if you accidentally trigger that, you press the button and it allows you to get the green key. Yeah, this level's not gonna soft lock you out of it. As much as it really wants to. Anyways, let's use the serpent statue to our advantage to hit scan Harry this Iron Lich, since he decides to appear here. Usually one of them will climb up here because they really want to go after you. And odds are the other one will probably still be lingering around here. I mean, he also really wants to get you, but it appears he was not as dedicated as the other one. Yeah, these two Iron Liches emerge once you get the yellow key, And the reason why we legged it, make that 3 by the way. The reason why we legged it is because three iron liches will attempt to attack you. And the only weapons you'll have are the crossbow and maybe the fire mace. And of course the oven wand and other things like that. But those aren't particularly damaging weapons to the Iron Lich. I mean, you can get some pretty good mileage out of the crossbow, but yeah, that kind of laugh, but brazier. That's how I feel about dealing with Iron Liches with just the crossbow and other stuff like that. Granted, I've dealt with the Iron Lich before with Elven Wand attacks, especially in the last video, but still, you get where I'm going at. Anyways, let's clear out these places where the were-dragons are. And as you can see, unless they reach the very edges of these corners, they can't attack you. But you can attack them using the power of your slightly vertical aim, even though it still auto-locks onto them. It's nice to clear them out regardless, because one of them is guarding a Tome of Power, and another one's guarding a Fire Mace. And both of those things are really good to have. And this hallway is different. There used to be 2 doorways, but now there's only 1. But that's no problem to me, because we can still place time bombs like so. Still get some pretty good use out of them. And you can even use this Shadow Spear here if you wish, if you want to avoid dealing with the worst of the Saber Claws. Yeah, because you can focus on the Fire Gargoyles instead of the Saber Claws, although they still will get close to you regardless. You kind of just walk past them and use the Dragon Claw or the Hell Staff on whoever inconveniences you. Or time bombs. Anyways, this place is the Great Stair, I'd say. Again, my dumbass thought it was these 2 stairways. How did I think that? Dumb. Me dumb. But anyways, let's go up the titular Great Stair. And once you get to a certain point, you will encounter a Molitor, who is very happy to see you, as you can see. And since we don't have a Ring of Invincibility, you might not feel too comfortable fighting him with the powered Phoenix Rod, because he can easily run in your face and use that slam the floor with flames attack. Your best bet in this situation is to just fight him with the Hell Staff, maybe the Dragon Claw, because of situations like that. He also charges you, so... Plus, you don't even have a Phoenix Rod at this point. So even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to fight him with the Phoenix Rod powered up. So it may be time consuming, but the Hell Staff can still get the job done. And there's a chance he might even drop a Mystic Urn, perhaps even ammo for your non-existent Phoenix Rod as a reward for all your endeavors. Anyways, we need the blue key, but in order to get that, we have to press this button. And when we do, down this stairway, we can finally grab the blue key here. And when you do, you want to watch out because disciples will appear. We're just going to give them time to come out. And also, while we're here, we have an opportunity to just go... And you know what? We can just straight up use... No. Actually, yeah, we can use it. It'll save us time. Yeah, let's just use the Wings of Wrath and go right through here. I was gonna say we could just slither through that hole, but you would have to press this first in order to lower this part, I believe. But either way, we're going through here so we can grab this Toma Power, Mystica, and all this other stuff in this area that opens up after a set amount of time. And now, since all of the disciples are gathering in this nice little spot, and since we have the Chaos Device, we can use this combo of the Powered Hell Staff and these choke points. Yes, you can still attack them with the regular Powered Hell Staff attack, and it can still do quite a number on them. But the rain can particularly deal a lot of damage to their buddies, provided it actually hits. Even unpowered, the Hell Staff will still give you a good run for your money. And if you're feeling so bold, you can always switch to the Morphobum and deal with them like so. Well, not exactly like so, because I haven't even used the Morphobum. But you can chickify a few of them if you want. Should be able to get one, or actually a few of them, from some of the Iron Liches, potentially. But these are the little hidey holes where the disciples emerge from, as well as this hidey hole. One of the hidey holes has a Phoenix Rod, and another has a Bag of Holding. So make sure you grab that. And when you do, you'll be able to go into either of these places to meet Fire Gargoyles. Chicken! Roast the chicken! Chicken roast! And that's all but one of the enemies. I believe the Disciple of the Sparrow is still floating around here somewhere. Because I thought I heard him in this vicinity. Could be wrong, though. No, I did. Where are you? Oh, you're all the way over there. Yeah, sometimes these disciples can fly in particularly strange places. So can gargoyles. And look, the Iron Lich that we killed here dropped the Morphobum. Chicken! And we have a ton of Mystic Urns. And by that I mean 2. And we have Quartz Flask. But it doesn't matter because we are done. We got all the items, all the kills, and the one secret. Yeah, that one area where you get the Fire Mace after fighting the Were-Dragon, that's not a secret. The one secret is the place with the teleport and all the items with the Mystic Urn, Terminal Power, etc. Yeah. Weird. But anyways, we are done. And that was Great Stair. And this is another level where not much has changed regarding the level layout. Aside from that one door that was changed aesthetically, but it was also changed gameplay-wise. There were 2 doors on the left and right side, the green doors. But now it's just one green door that opens up in the center, as opposed to 2 on the left and right. And it changes the way you do the disciple killing choke point strategy if you still have the disciples running around like that. But since I did it differently and went straight towards the secret, they congregated in a completely different spot, and some of them went all over the map. But it gives you an opportunity to use those Wings of Wrath, which is pretty good. But yeah, unfortunately, I usually save the Ring of Invincibility for that one area with all the Ophidians in the stained glass walls, because I mean, if you're feeling bold enough and you don't think you'll take too much damage from the Were-Dragons, usually I do, you could do that without using the Ring of Invincibility and save it for the Molitar if you want to just roast them. But Usually I save it for that area with the were-dragons. Just with the one were-dragon, the fire gargoyles, and the ophidians. That's usually where I save it because it makes that area considerably less of a pain to go through. But anyways, we are done with Right Stair. Let us move on in the next video to E4M5, Halls of the Apostate. But until then, I'll see you when I see you, so see ya!